and why I feel strong about certain things that I'm trying to push on the channel. So yeah, man. But before talking about myself, I want to talk about, like I said, justice for Kwekwe. I think today there's going to be marches around the country. I know there's one here in Pretoria. Hopefully, I'll be part of that march today. And but another thing that I must say is disappointing. You can see what's trending right now in South Africa. There's no justice for Kwekwe. Is Sinaye, is Encane Lengane, is Bonangi, is Geza. So you can see that like we still continue to give like things that are of less value attention, and things that are more important are not getting the attention that they deserve in this country. And it's so disappointing, man. Like, because it's Lengani is a drama that's placed on I think Moja Love. It's gossip basically. It's about I mean, like, okay, for those that don't know, it's Ngani Lengani. It's about like this young couple that like they married well. They were like teenagers. I think the girl was 15 and the boy was 16 years of age. So those are the things that like South Africans gravitate towards. Those are the things that like we rather focus on than like talking about things that really matter. And also, um, like just last week, like I said, I mentioned it like just yesterday. Everyone was talking about BBM, Big Brother Mzansi. Everyone was talking about Sweet Guluva, and I'm like, even like now, people are still giving Big Brother attention instead of at the expense of justice for Kwekwe. And I'm like, it's like one thing that I've been saying is that like South Africans would rather not face our realities, focus more on the uh, short-term gratification, because at the end of the day, there's the reality of South Africa. GPV is the reality of South Africa. Being seeing young children being sexually abused is the realities of South Africa. The crime rate is the realities of South Africa. Those sort of things, those are the realities of South Africa, and it's like we don't want to face those realities. We don't want to resolve those issues. We rather, like I said, focus on short-term gratification or things that like kind of like we love to self-destruct so much and hoping that like those things that we're trying to run away from, they will resolve themselves. They're not going to resolve themselves. Those problems, they will probably like just treble, quadruple, because we trying to run away from those problems, because at the end of the day they are here and they live with us. And like I said, there's also this thing of like, nah, it will never happen to me. Yes, it might not happen to you, it might happen to someone close to you, it might happen to someone that is your family, your relative, your friend. And also it can also happen to you. No one is exempt from this. And like I said, there's so much problems that we have in this country that like we always try to run away from. And I'm talking specifically to the youth, the young people of South Africa, the people that like are more focused on this thing, these latest trends. And it's actually getting worse that like even older people, like I mean the people that we were talking about Sweet Guluva last week, the people that we were talking about Big Brother last week, it was even like middle-aged women. And probably, I mean, like I've been saying, and people are going to say I'm misogynist and all of that, but I'll say it again: the women in this country are the part of the problem, because these are the people that are most of the time are at the receiving end at the receiving end of GBV. But you look at right now, the compare. um Yes, they're coming out condemning the principal of Bergview College, rightfully so, and that's what they should be doing. But then, the majority of women that were giving attention or talking about Big Brother last week, most of them are not giving justice for Kwekwe attention. And I'm like, you guys are having your priorities so twisted, and it goes back to what I was saying, that like people would rather shy away or try to not face the realities of South Africa and focus on short term gratifications, or focus on things that will make them forget about the realities of South Africa. But you need to wake up and smell the coffee. Those problems are not going to resolve themselves. We have the power. We need to unite, men of South Africa, women of South Africa, more especially the youth, especially women. It's about time you guys unite and face these challenges head on and try make as much noise as possible so that the government can see that you guys are serious and do something about this, because this has been going for a very long time. This is not a this year's problem. It's not a 2025 problem. It's not 2024 problem. This is decades and decades and decades of a problem. So, like I said, the amount of attention that Justice for Toto is getting right now, I'm happy. I'm gonna go and be part of the, which I'm going to stream on the channel. I'm going to be part of the Justice for Kwekwe. And then from there, I'm gonna go to Loftus Stadium to watch Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's gonna be a busy day for me today. It's gonna be a busy day for my channel today. And then from Loftus, then I'm gonna go to work, right? So my thing is the turnout, like that's what worries me, is that like South Africans, they don't show up for things that matter. I know the turnout is not going to be that great. Yes, I know people at work, but the turnout is not going to be great. I don't expect thousands and thousands of people to show up. I don't expect thousands and thousands of women to show up. And this the good cause to fight for. Someone last week said the South African youth has the energy, they just don't have the right causes to fight for. And I'm like, that is such a wrong conclusion. Or there's so many things to fight for in this country. There's so many causes that you can be part of in this country. People they just don't have their priorities right, because the South is facing so many issues. There's so many issues that we face or we're facing as a country. Just that people just decide to give things that don't really matter the attention. So I'm gonna get, like I said, I also want to talk about myself also. So this was in KZN, and I'm just glad that like they took the stand and they took a lead, and hopefully, like I said, this matches do catch on, because honestly, man, like I try not to think about it, but then whenever I think of like someone trying to like sexualizing a 7-year-old, it's sickening. Like honestly, the thought of it makes me sick, because I'm like, how do you look at 7-year-old and want to like, it's just madness, Jay. And I don't want to say like this guy's crazy, or maybe was acting out of character, because that would be making excuses for this guy. This guy knew what he was doing, and he did that in his right senses, and he did that super minded. So people should never actually make excuses for such people, because these people are living amongst us. These people do exist that like find these young kids that are vulnerable and want to like victimize them. And my thing is, Kwekwe might actually not be his first victim. I'm convinced, because, and the fact that like this guy is actually the principal and the school was trying to protect him, and also the AfriForum is also, look, I'm not surprised with AfriForum, and something that I've been saying, that like I don't get black people that like are standing behind these white parties or white whatever, because they don't they never represent the black people. And also it's a matter of like, I mean, how are you going to represent someone that like literally victimized a 7-year-old, a 7-year-old that like knows nothing about sex, knows nothing about those things? And again, we know what, like the young girl was unconscious. She can't recall what happened. She was like, a lot of things happened, and like I said, I feel very strong about it, about this. It's something that like my girlfriend went through, as much as like she was not raped, but then she also went through something like this, and it's something that I feel very, very strong about it, about, right? And also